We were zombies, and then we were not. Then we got
Yes,
gold.
we were zombies. Well, a zombie, a shadow, and a ghost walk into a cavern, and
Yep.
we go into this cavern area. We see a man who is sort of the fallen cleric, and he doesn't bother talking with us. He immediately sets 3 golems made of stone on us, and they have the rocks that he had pulled from the rubble that killed us on their foreheads, and they begin attacking us, but Yulia and McMuffin follow after the guy who disappears into what seems like a hidden door or some sort of illusion in the cavern wall. And we go back and we surprise him because he wasn't quite sure what our powers were. And then he goes back out into the cavern and enters into the pool and comes out, 20 years younger or however much. So then a massive battle ensues between us and the 3 golems, and an absolutely hilarious tug of war between McMuffin trying to possess the guy and the guy trying to kick him out and, destroy us, which doesn't work out so well for him.
Mm-hmm.
But it was very entertaining. And finally, we defeat the golems. McMuffin is expelled by the cleric, but the cleric at this point has no more golems left, and starts eventually agreeing to speak with us, and explains that he is the guardian / mob boss of the what was it called? Regeneration Fountain? I can't put it on here.
The Spring of Vitality.
Spring of Vitality.
Mm-hmm.
And says that anyone who enters into it will emerge in the prime of their life. And so, of course, Gorath goes in and comes out, and he has been restored to his normal body, except better than his normal body. At the peak of his life.
Mm-hmm.
And
No change.
Yulia and McMuffin quickly follow, and in the meantime, Gorath starts threatening the cleric, and Yulia and
Scaring
McMuffin tell him about the treasure that is in that hidden room that the cleric had gone to earlier, and Gorath attempts to carry him in to the room to get them treasure, and the cleric says, "Screw this, I'm out of here," and pops away. So thanks, Gorath. That was good. But everyone fills up their water skins with some of the water from the spring, and the cleric takes pity on us and tosses out 140 silver coins to us. We fiddle around trying to see if we can get to the room. It doesn't work, so we decide to leave. And as we are exiting the way we came, it's different, and it kind of gets darker and darker and darker until we suddenly, poof, we are back on the ship with Santo. That is as much as I have done.
That is it. That's where we left off.
All right.
And then, Santo saw you guys. Where have you been? That kind of thing. Oops. Also, Birdie, who, he scampered back through with you guys. Oddly. But
Hey, Birdie's back.
Birdie's there.
So Birdie did not die again.
No, Birdie didn't die. But he was not sitting on McMuffin's shoulder while he was undead. That was too weird. He was just hanging out. So Birdie sits back on your shoulder, flies through, whatever you guys, through the mist. He also accompanied you. And you notice that he's got like a big black splotch on his back now. Like what used to be colorful is now black. It's pretty weird.
Birdie. Can I scratch it? Is it like a lump or is it just a dot?
It's just like a lack of pigment in that area. It looks like normal feathers and stuff. It's just turning black.
Huh. I want to make an investigation check.
Go for it.
What do we add for investigation? Wisdom or...
Well, I don't know damn shit.
You're like, is this even a bird?
Is it...
You're a lemur.
Would it be plus intelligence modifier or plus wisdom modifier?
For what? What do you do?
A check to see what's going on with Birdie.
Oh, yeah, that would be wisdom, I would think. It depends on the question. Like, are you trying to tell something by, or or are you trying to recall, like something from a book?
Well, again, I think with Yulia, unless it's something that she's directly experienced, it would be remembering something from a book.
Right. But so, I mean, that's the difference to me between wisdom and intelligence is wisdom is like you're either perceiving something or you just kind of inherently know it, like you've had experience with it, and maybe you can figure it out versus like I read it in a book. I remember this.
Okay.
So you decide. You can do either.
Oh, well, in that case, I mean, I'll see if I've read about it, and I'll do my much better intelligence modifier. 8.
Cool. Well, so this just looked... I mean, you've read about, like, things just molting or changing color, and it just looks like something is like just his feathers in the back are just turning black. Like, as far as you've obviously some people's hair changes color, like that sort of thing. Like,
well, I gotta tell you, Brine, as a bird nerd myself, birds generally don't like their pigmentation doesn't change like that.
Correct. But I'm trying to give you something that you would have read in a book, like. As far as what's causing it, you're not sure, but you know that it's weird, right? Like, that is strange. Like,
okay.
I don't know what else to tell you from a book standpoint, like, you know what I mean?
Okay. All right, so something is weird with Birdie. We don't know what, we just know it's weird. All right.
Yep. I love the birdie.
Looks a little less delicious.
Hey, Goraf. I can hear Birdie sort of like angrily chirps at Goraf.
What, you want to be delicious?
Goraf, you're not helping the situation. Stop.
Fine.
Cool.
Goraf.
So, go ahead.
Pouts.
He's pouting. I'm thinking like Gorath is like, have you been trying to cook him? You're charring his back?
It's like you put him in a cast iron skillet.
Delicious.
No, we're not doing that. Santo, you know how far we are from Cloud City before we decide to start eating each other?
Are we there yet?
There yet?
And Santo's like, he looks at you funny. He's like, we just took off. You guys had only been gone for like an hour. And he says, and he looks out at the weather. The weather's like, it's not great. It's it's overcast. It's a little bit windy. Wait, is it? No, it's lacking in wind, actually. It's just overcast and a little bit, you're not going super fast. Yeah, it just looks like it could be stormy coming up, but like it's not storming yet. But it looks shitty, and there's not a lot of wind right now. So he says, it could be, with the weather like this, nah, it could be, we might get there tomorrow. Because it's probably...
This time let's not fly into weird vortex thing.
Good idea, Gorath.
I like the sound of that.
Yep, that's a good plan.
And he looks at you, he's like, I didn't go through no vortex. That's on you guys. I blame you. And he looks at McMuffin, and especially I blame you. I don't know why.
Hey, McMuffin sort of scratches his chin. Just because I have a 5 o'clock shadow and I look a little bit taller than I was before, doesn't mean...
Yeah, how old were you before, McMuffin?
I think McMuffin was like 17, 18. Now he's like 23, 24, and he's taller. And
Yep.
Yeah, he's just way more. He's not like adolescent. He's now like that sort of. I don't know.
He's all grown up.
He's all grown up. There we go.
And how old were you, Yulia?
I would probably put her. Well, I mean, I guess she would have been. She probably didn't change all that much, actually, because she would have been fairly young leaving. Let's say she was 20, so she looks a little bit older, too.
Yeah, okay, cool. So you guys lost a couple years, maybe. But I'm curious what Death will have to say next time you meet him, McMuffin. You're screwing with his calendar all over the place. It's crazy. Because he still owes some lives. I feel like he might. It's almost like you stole some life back from him, maybe. If that makes you feel better.
Ooh, subplot. I sense a subplot.
Or he burned
Turns into
through
Final
some.
Destination.
Exactly. So, yeah, he's like, because you guys left. It was probably afternoon. It's probably like early evening right now.
Probably. Yep.
And so, it's not a great. There's no sun or stars to go by. So, Santos.
We only have Gorath's sword to point the way.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look at the map here.
I'm assuming Gorath is happy to help if it means using his sword. Yeah.
Yeah, and this high up, you can definitely see the mountains way in the distance, man. Like, maybe you can't. You might not be able to. But this is such a big mountain, you can definitely see something. Because you guys are up, I don't know how many feet, but a good amount. So you can see, like, you got a long way to go. And it's getting darker. Yay. So what do you guys feel like doing? What would you be doing on the trip now? I mean, I imagine Santos is going to have, like, stuff for you guys to do, like climbing up the rigging and doing this or that and, adjusting things. And maybe Gorath is on the rudder. There's still the ballista if you guys want to
making sure the ballista works and is loaded properly, just in case, by some chance we come across something that wants to kill us.
Always a good idea.
It seems to happen a lot. Yeah,
it really
seems to happen
does.
a lot for some reason.
I don't know.
Gorath will be drinking at his earliest convenience.
Oh yeah, it is convenient. What's that, McMuffin?
He's going to be slacking off, playing cards, maybe.
McMuffin is?
Yes.
Cool.
And he's playing them with Birdie.
Cool. What kind of card game do you play?
What's a stupid card game you would
Go
play?
fish.
Maybe Go Fish or...
Yeah.
He is from a fishing village. He's from a fishing village. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, you're right.
That's true. You would the only card game you know is Go Fish.
Go Fish, yeah. I can see McMuffin just sitting on the starboard, just saying, just hold to the car, go fish, and Birdie points the car. and just...
So
Birdie cheats all the time.
Exactly.
All the time.
And he would. Roll a d6 there, McMuffin.
Ouch.
Yeah, Birdie's kicking your ass at this game, by the way.
Birdie, how did you get another ace?
There are only 4 aces. You've called 6.
Yeah.
How is this possible?
And Birdie's he's pecking at your silver purse. He wants some cash.
What are you going to do for money?
Starts pecking at your watch.
If you had a watch. Did any of you guys look at the silver, actually? I mean, I imagine you did when you were divvying it up. If you divvied it up.
I imagine we did.
Yeah. You noticed something, it was very, I mean, you don't have to roll for it because it has the fallen cleric's face imprinted on it. Stamped on it.
Oh dear.
Wow. He really likes himself a lot, huh?
He really does.
Is this like that guy in Better Call Saul who printed his own money and offered to
Exactly.
I mean, is it made of silver? I mean, I don't give a shit whose face is on it. What's the actual metal content?
Yeah, it's made of silver.
Okay, well then, who cares?
Exactly. I just thought that was fun. Because, yeah. That ties into why he was still there. He's obsessed with being young. You guys don't even know how old he was, maybe. Yeah. Hard to say. Cool. And have you noticed any effects from the mark you wear from the tub?
I don't know.
That is an excellent question.
Have I?
Think. Do we need to roll, or do we need to make something up real fast?
No. If you haven't noticed anything, that's fine.
Let's see.
I'm gonna say it just itches and occasionally it burns, but like it mostly just itches. And Muffin sort of just complains and asks for ointment, and then complains again.
So McMuffin got a chlamydia tattoo.
Oh man! Not again.
Oh my god.
That's a good one. Where on your bodies are your marks? Maybe you could tell me that.
Mine is right above my left nipple.
Okay. Gorath, right nipple.
No.
Right above.
Above.
Right nipple.
Left.
Left nipple. Yes. Shit.
Very
Yep.
specific.
Did it burn out any of your tattoos?
Huh?
Did it overtake some of your tattoos or no?
It like became a part of one where it was like Gorath jumping off of a cliff, and then just like right next to the cliff in between like where Gorath is falling is this weird tattoo. This weird mark birth thing.
Cool.
I think
Yulia?
McMuffin's is right on his. Oh, sorry.
No,
Yulia?
go ahead. Do it. McMuffin. You go.
It's right on his back where he can't reach it. So when it starts to itch or it starts to bother him, he just sort of rubs his back up against something or asks Birdie to scratch it.
Cool. And Yulia?
Let's go with on the back of her left hand, like right sort of along the knuckles. There's this very strange long mark that spans across the knuckles.
Cool. Okay, that's fun. And maybe you're showing these to... Did you guys explain... Well, to each other.
We did.
And do you explain it to Santos?
We did. I think we agreed on that last time. We were going to fill him in.
Yeah, cool.
Oh,
So you're
yeah.
like... And he's like looking at you like, oh, yeah. That doesn't look that good.
Santa, you want to scratch my back?
And he pulls out a knife and he's like, sure.
Wait, that's not what I meant.
And he kind of chuckles and puts his knife back, and then gives a toast to Gorath because he's drinking out of a flask. Delicious.
Yep.
I mean, he's a sailor, so in his mind, so grog, daily grog. You gotta do it. Delicious.
Grog.
Grog. Delicious grog. Cool. So Birdie is beating McMuffin at cards at Go Fish. Hilarious. Yeah. So I guess you guys can just like prep for night. Decide if you want to do watches, that sort of thing, or is you probably want to work on your hat.
I definitely want to work on my hat, but I'm afraid to roll in case I get a negative. Let's see how it goes. I got 2. I'm one away. Come on.
There you go.
3. That's nothing. That's a 0. I have made no progress.
What do you have to do to make progress?
What?
How are you doing this? I can't remember.
I'm rolling a 1d6. Hold on, let me get the actual rules. If I get a 1, I actually lose a round of progress.
Aww.
If I do 2 through 4, I don't make progress. A 5 is 1 level of progress, and a 6 is 2 levels of progress.
Oh, that's cool. All right.
So I think that's what I wrote down. I'm pretty sure.
That sounds about right. And that's kind of cool because you've been busy dealing with clerics and weirdness.
Yep.
Cool.
Plus, I'm worrying about the ballista. I mean, come on, McMuffin's playing cards with a bird, and I'm working on this damn thing, and losing.
And so you're working on the ballista, loading it up.
Yeah, I'm just making sure it's ready to go in case whatever we come across.
Cool. Yeah, right on. And Gorath, you're probably just having a drink and playing with your sword.
Drink and pass out. And, yep. All kinds of shenanigans.
Cool.
McMuffin,
Cool.
Where did you say your mark was? On your back?
On his back.
Okay.
Yeah, on his back where you can't reach it.
Oh, okay.
So he's up against the front of the boat, scratching his back.
Ironically enough, in real life, my back is itchy right now, so I don't know why.
It's just the realism of the game, man.
Amen.
Cool. So you guys are already bored. Because, flying, it's very slow. Night is approaching. So do you guys want to take watches? What do you want to do?
Are we all rested up to our normal hit points?
Yeah, I think you guys are probably better than ever for because of your dip in the pool.
Okay. I don't know if anyone in particular wants to take watch, but Yulia can certainly stay up and keep an eye on things.
Cool.
Gorath is already like...
Yeah.
Gorath's drunk, so he's good to go.
McMuffin is about to fall asleep, and he sort of looks at Yulia and says, you can do it.
I believe in you.
Cool. And Santos is also going to take a quick snooze, but Santo is basically up and down all night. He doesn't really take a shift except to just like fill the balloon, that sort of thing.
Are there still other crew members on the ship?
Crew members? No, it's just him with you guys.
Okay. All right. I could have sworn when we started off there were crew members.
There were supposed to be, but I think you guys left them behind. On the original flight.
Santo left them behind when we were running away. We just happened to scramble onto the ship before he could leave us behind.
Oh no! I mean, like when you guys originally took off, usually there's some people to hold hold the thing down and cast off. But
I
nope.
could have sworn that's okay. Whatever.
No, there were
Anyway.
there were people who were helping Santo with the ship. They probably just got left in his flight, so it doesn't matter to him.
Okay. All right. So nighttime now. Yulia is awake, and everyone else is basically asleep. Always a good thing.
Yeah, and so I mean, the main thing is just kind of sit by the rudder. You probably have to go and remove Gorath from the rudder. He probably fell asleep with the rudder under or is sleeping on it and steering
going
you
around in a
direction.
circle for 15 minutes.
Exactly.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, and like the swords, like his swords laying there, so you can always pick it up and like point and see what the deal is. And this goes on for like an hour, and it's getting fairly dark, and it's especially dark because there's no moon because it's cloudy, and then yeah, like an hour and a half goes by, or 2 hours. You're getting pretty bored, actually. And you're already thinking like, who should I wake up next? And what do you do when you pass? How do you pass the time when you're just like sitting there staring into nothing? There's not even any stars. You can't see the ground.
I imagine. Do you have to keep your hand on the rudder the entire time, or are you just sort of trying to keep it on track?
Yeah, you're just trying to keep it on track.
Yulia is definitely cleaning her pistol in between, when she has the opportunity to.
Yeah.
It's her shiny new toy. She's got to make sure it stays in good shape.
And you're like fighting the urge to shoot it.
Does that she does that thing where you just have like you're practicing your quick draw.
Oh yeah.
You look like a huge dork because you keep dropping it because you're not practiced at it yet.
Yeah, well, let's have a roll. Let's do your dexterity on this. Let's see how you're looking.
That's a +2. Let me check. Okay.
Nine. Yeah, you're getting pretty good. Like out of 10 times 10 or 20 times, you probably only drop it on Gorath's head like once.
He's so out of it, he doesn't notice though. So it's just that
Nope. And I'm assuming it's not loaded at this point.
It's not. It's not loaded. She's just practicing.
Cool.
Quick draw.
Yeah. So you really like this gun. That's fun. Okay. Cool. Gorath is typing.
Oof.
What is that?
What? What is that?
That's I'm rolling hit dice.
Oh, okay, cool. That's not that good. You're not feeling that good today.
No.
Fair.
Because he got a pistol dropped on his head, and he's going to be hungover when he wakes up.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm assuming orcs get hungover. Yeah.
That's a good question. Do they?
Just
Oh no, we don't get hungover. We don't get hangovers.
Yep. It's just all a hair of the dog for him. It's like, meh. That's Santo as well. It's like, oh yeah, I feel like shit until I have a drink. Solid. So Yulia, you're doing your stuff, and all of a sudden you see out of the corner of your eye a huge lightning strike in the not so distant distance.
Well, the trick is to wait and count seconds to see how many miles away the lightning strike is.
Mm-hmm. And then you hear the thunder a few seconds later.
All right, so yeah. Can I not see storm clouds or anything, or is it just that black outside?
You can. It's pretty dark, but it's dark because it's shitty out. And let me see.
Okay.
Yeah, and the wind's picked up. You can definitely feel that. So you guys are going faster, but now you're going faster directly towards a storm.
Is the storm blowing us off course, or is it blowing us west and the storm just lies to our west?
You pick up the Gorath's sword, and it looks like you're just off a little bit, but you're still, it looks like it's in between where you, when you do the sword thing, the sword's pointing right at the storm.
Great. Okay. Well, I think at this point, if a couple of hours have gone by, I'll go ahead and wake Santo up first, because he seems like he would be the most useful in this kind of situation.
Fair.
Sorry.
No, that's cool.
So, yeah, Yulia will go up and wake up Santo and tell him that we're gonna hit a storm here pretty soon.
Yeah, and so he whips out the looking glass, and it's it's that kind of thing where it's lighting up and you see clouds and like, yeah, and then you're hearing the like a nice rolling thunder. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, he looks at you and he's like, well, and he asks you like, and you tell him like, that's the sword tells us it's that way. Yeah. Okay. Shit. So we have,
at least it's not a time rift this time.
Yeah, this is not a time rift. It's a couple options. We can try to go around it and go off course. It'll take longer. Or we can land and let it pass. What do you think? Yeah, he didn't say let's wake the others and ask them. He's asking you.
Yeah, he's asking
because she's the most sensible one.
Well, what do we use as fuel exactly for this ship? I mean, is it? I guess would it be more? What's the word I'm looking for? Fuel efficient to go around or to land and then get us back into the air when the storm is over?
Are you asking him or are you asking me?
Yes, I'm asking him.
Oh.
What exactly does it require to stop and wait and get back up versus just, taking the long way around?
And he like sticks his hand out to across away from the boat and fire comes out of his hand. He's like,
well, I mean, you still have so many. You only have so many charges, so you got to tell me what's easier for you.
He's like, this is not a problem. Like, I mean, he would have some extent, but like, not a problem.
All right.
So going around is not a big deal. The trick is, can we get around? We can find out. Or landing. The problem is you might be going down easy or you might be going down hard. Because this thing isn't that good at direction necessarily. Like, it's more of a trajectory kind of thing. The rudder is. I mean, if it's does something.
Yeah, if it's not good at direction, I'd say that going down is probably a better idea than going around. So, all right, let's see if we can land it.
And then he asks, "Should we wake up the others or wait till we're on the ground?"
Heavy sigh. I suppose we should wake the others, just so they can brace themselves and maybe help. Maybe.
Cool. And so he takes his flask, opens it, and waves it under Gorath's nose. Rise and shine, my friend. And he offers him a drink.
Do we get there already?
A complication.
Gotta take a little break, little pit stop.
And I imagine Yulia is trying to wake McMuffin.
McMuffin, yes.
Come on, Mom. I don't want any more French toast.
I feel like Birdie is pecking him on the head with his long beak.
No French toast here, just lightning. Lots of lightning.
Mm-hmm.
The moment Birdie pecks him, he kind of wakes up and he looks at Yulia. And then Birdie says, are we very...
I wish I had a good answer, but I don't. You gotta get up and help us get this thing on the ground.
And just then there's a huge thunderclap that kind of sells the point.
Nice and ominous.
Mm-hmm.
It tells me we should.
That would be good. I would appreciate that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we all run to our stations.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So, Santo's there is there's a mechanism that lets the hot air out on top, so you can control it a little bit. So you guys start declining, and then the trick is, where do you land? It's dark. There's, so he's like doing that, kind of looking down. He might be shooting fire a little, down to get it a little light down there. And he's trying to think of, how to find a good landing spot at night. But yeah, so you're slowly descending. He doesn't really have anything for you guys to do. I'm trying to think if there's anything he needs for you guys to do. Not really. He kind of asks, can anyone see very well at night, or have an idea how we could, because you could come in and get stabbed by trees. He doesn't really know what's down there.
I believe Gorath has, I don't know if it's night vision or dark vision or whatever, but I think Gorath sees in the darkness.
Cool.
And for the rest of us, we can always wait for another lightning strike and see what we can see in that instant.
Yeah, so he's got you guys looking over the bow. Maybe he's taken because he can operate the rudder is kind of worthless right now, so he doesn't need Gorath there. Gorath, see if you can see something over the side, please. And
I rolled an 11.
Oh, okay, cool.
Pretty nice roll, yeah.
Cool. And so you can probably see a little patch of something, like a clearing that looks fairly, not huge, but in the distance. That's what he's asking you. And apparently you can.
There's a spot that doesn't have trees and cliffs. That way.
Cool. And so he has you just kind of guiding him in, or maybe you can take the rudder and kind of be looking over and try to steer that way. And so he's pulling way more air. So you guys are going down much quicker to try to hit that spot. So I'm going to say, let's do a roll, just 2d6 with Gorath and Santo. He got a 6. You got a 10. I'd say that's good. Okay, cool. Together, I think you guys are guiding it down. He's like, how much further? And you're like, meh, meh, meh. So it's kind of back and forth. He didn't do very well. With your help, I'd say you guys succeed at this. But we're coming in kind of hot. So I'd say everyone give me a strength check. So he's like, everybody hold on. Brace. Including him. Oh, Jesus.
Ouch.
Wow. Gorath's drawn. Oh, no.
I only did a 1d6. Let me do another d6.
McMuffin straight up just sitting, chilling.
Yep. Wow.
Oh, no! Wait, that's 1d6.
No, I did a 1d6 up, and so that would bring my total to 6. So there you go.
And you have 0 strength?
I have a 0 modifier.
Okay. Cool.
So both Gorath and Yulia fail miserably.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. Hilariously, Santo critted. So, he rolled boxcars. So he's fine. So you guys come in and, now you're on the ground, you can everyone can get a little bit of a sense. There's enough light, where you can kind of see some stuff. Gorath is seeing very well. And Gorath probably puts, look out for that! And the ground hits. And, you guys... Let's see. Why don't you guys roll... Well, I'll just do it. Who had the worst... Who was worse on this? You guys both had 6s?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. So we hit, and Yulia, you fall into the boat, and and all the way up to the front, and hit yourself on the head for 3 damage.
Okay.
Kind of smash your head. And Gorath, I think you actually probably fall out of the boat when it hits, and you're chugging along the ground behind the boat. The boat has it's coming in fast, so it's got a a 20, 30-foot drag on the ground, which is fine. But you fall out of the boat and take 6 damage. Ow. Ouch. That is rough. Santo is actually drinking while he's doing this, and he's feeling it. He's up front of the boat now with the Captain Morgan stance, and does it just looks fantastic. And hilariously, the only one that can see him is McMuffin, and McMuffin even notices that looks pretty cool.
Huh, that's kinda cool. I think McMuffin, while that's happening, he's not taking it serious because he's sort of having fun with it. So he's just kind of dancing around with Birdie, and he's just having a blast, laughing. Yeah. And he doesn't even notice that Gora fell off the boat and Yulia.
And Santo puts his flask up and he says, "Man overboard! Orc overboard!" And takes a big swig. And that was it. You guys kind of land, and then he's pulled the stopper out, and the balloon just kind of careens under the ground. That's pretty much it. That's how that goes.
Alrighty.
He's like, any landing you can walk away from is good. Sorry. Now we got to go find our orc friend.
Yeah, we need to go.
They pick Yulia up and he dusts off your head. And he's like, McMuffin, you land very well.
Muffin sort of poses with 1 foot, 1 foot in front of the other, hands on his hip. Yeah, as if I always land on my feet like a cat.
Mm-hmm. Clearly.
I think I get it from DLT or something. I don't know. Anyway.
I will remember this the next time that you fall on your ass doing something.
Oh my God. Anyway, he sort of calls out, Gorath, where are you?
Yeah, we're all looking over the boat, see where you landed.
Oh.
Gorath, say something if you're okay, if you're alive.
Shit.
That's good enough.
And Santo, everyone is kind of giggling. Well, probably not Yulia because her head hurts too, but he's kind of giggling. He's like, "Hey, while you're down there, find us some firewood, will you?"
I will end you.
And he's giggling.
And maybe you can build something.
Cool. And
What?
Santo's. Go ahead.
No, I thought I heard McMuffin say something, and I didn't catch it.
Yeah.
What was it?
McMuffin was just saying, maybe build something while you're...
Like a bed made of logs.
Oh, yeah.
Is that really what you want?
Totally. Because it went so well the first time.
It did. We had a tower fall on us. Maybe it'll happen again. All right, so I imagine Yulia at the very least, and maybe McMuffin, go and try to find where Gorath fell.
Yeah, cool. Santo's, he's going to prep the boat, he's got to, because you can't leave the thing out, and get it prepped for when you want to take off. So he's just dealing with that. He's like, I got this. It's not that big a deal.
Okay.
So, and then you guys decide what you want to do. We're going to be hanging here till the storm goes. We could stay the night. We could do what just wait it out. Do you want to fire? Do you want to build shelters? That kind of thing.
Well, Gorath and McMuffin have rested somewhat. Yulia hasn't, but I don't know. What do you guys want to do?
I may have rested, but I took 6 damage, so that kind of got undone.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, McMuffin is going to have to, unfortunately, take watch.
Take what?
McMuffin's going to take watch.
Okay, cool. So does that mean you want to get some firewood? Do you want to build a fire? Do you want? It's totally up to you guys. You can just sleep on the boat if you want. It's fine.
McMuffin sort of, before even anyone asks, we're building a fire, we're going to have a campfire, and we're going to have a great time.
Cool.
We are camp.
So like, I envision this, like, McMuffin is like, woohoo, camp, let's go camping, and he's jumping off the boat, walking towards, like, checking around to see, because you're in the middle of, like, a pretty dense forest. This is just, like, a little clearing like maybe a little hill or a grassy thing that you guys landed on, some sort of, like, grass field. So you could, there's trees in the immediate vicinity. You guys could probably find some firewood. You could probably make a quick, like, shelter of some kind if you want, because it is probably going to rain on you soon. That kind of thing. But so how about we take a quick break? You guys think on that, what you want to do, and then we'll talk about it when we get back.
Sure.
What are you guys doing? You building a fire?
I believe, McMuffin is making a fire. Yulia and Gorath, I mean, I don't know about Gorath, but Yulia's definitely getting some shut-eye.
Mm-hmm.
Gorath's
probably
a
on
little
the
busy
ship.
after his head injury.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Santo's going to crash on the boat, but where are you guys? Are you, McMuffin, are you just sitting by a campfire out in the woods?
Yeah. He's sort of, like, whistling some songs.
Mm-hmm. Do you have anything that would be, like, marshmallow-like that you could put over the fire?
I'm not sure if in D&D there's such a thing as marshmallows.
No, and I'm not sure rations over the fire are all that exciting, but maybe they are.
Are the rations hot dogs?
I mean, yeah. What are rations?
That's a good question. Technically, marshmallows existed in early 2000 BC. So
Really?
Sugary stuff. Does
it said from CandyUSA.com.
Does McMuffin have a sweet
incredible.
tooth? Would you have?
Absolutely.
Would you have cakes in your thing, or would you just have?
Yes, he would have, like, candy, maybe some baked goods his mom made him.
I would think they would have some sort of cake, right? Like a cake thing. Maybe, I don't know.
Lembas.
And you would probably have dried fish or something for your rations. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, he had, like, dried goods, dried cakes, maybe some dried fish, and maybe, like, a hot dog or two, like that.
Yeah, like a meat
Just for plot
stick.
convenience.
There you go.
Yeah, meat. I'm just going to call it hot dog.
And
My
Gorath,
man.
are you by the fire or are you in the boat?
I'm going to be, like, in the boat in the hold, and I'll, like, ask Yulia if she can do the thing that she does that makes me wake up without a headache.
Okay, yeah, Yulia will do her best to go ahead and heal Gorath and herself up to full hit points again.
Cool. Not a problem. Cool. So McMuffin, you are on watch, and you guys are, so you're like backed up to woods, right? Like you probably found some, maybe you're thinking it's going to rain, so you're kind of under a slight cover of like a tree or something, or a branch or whatever, like you would. Nice flat space. You're looking out, like with the fire, you can see, like, it's a clearing, like you're surrounded by forest, and there's this little weird clearing that's kind of hilly. So it's kind of cool. It's like, grasslands, but it's not very tall grass. So that's pretty cool. And it smells great. So you were able to find some firewood for sure. Yeah, and so something in your ration kit, or like that you have, maybe your mom, packed away like because maybe I don't. You tell me if you have a sweet tooth, and then she would have given you like whatever.
Yeah, his mom would have given him some sweet things to eat, like candy, a cake,
Yeah,
some dry
And
powder.
would you be
Dr-
or like
Dried sugar. Or sugar.
like some
sugar.
some sort of, or even like fruitcake. Maybe you stick it on a stick and you're putting it in the fire to warm it up because they're better warm or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe cookies.
Oh, there you go.
Oscar.
That's cool.
Yeah, definitely cookies.
Cool. So you're munching cookies. Everyone else is crashed out. And what are you thinking about to pass the time? Because you're like,
McMuffin's gonna count the stars.
that you
We're gonna
can't
roll to
see.
see how many stars he actually see. Oh, you can't see stars. Oh, yeah, it's thunderstorm.
Yeah, right now it's
And
overcast.
0.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
And-
then McGough's going to try to count whatever's on the ground. Maybe you might see an ant.
Be pretty dark for an ant, but maybe you're counting flowers or something, or like dandelions, or whatever is growing.
He doesn't see anything.
Yeah. And maybe you're making up some sort of game with sticks and mud or whatever, dirt, like drawing in the dirt. Who knows?
Maybe is that dirt or is that dung? I can't.
Ah. Cool. And this goes on for
Does anything happen?
Yeah, this goes on for about an hour, and you're getting sleepy, and you're doing the same thing. You're like, ooh, I can't wait to tap Gorath and get some shut eye. And just kind of, it's getting dark. It's the storm is coming. It's like you can hear the thunder still. It's a little bit creepy. You're sitting out here all alone. The boat is very close. You could throw a rock and hit it. And yeah, you see, all of a sudden, you hear this horrible screech / growl that is very close by to you, coming from the woods.
McMuffin stands up. Where is
Go ahead, sorry.
What's that?
Where is the screech coming from?
From behind you, you were backed up against the. You had the fire was out a little further. Your back was kind of to the forest, and it's coming from behind you. It sounds very close, and it's super loud. Like, I don't know if you guys would have heard it in the boat or not.
That's what I was going to ask. Do we need to roll or something to see if we can hear it and it wakes us up?
I'll roll for you guys. We'll just do.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you heard this. It was definitely loud, and it's shrieky and creepy.
Yulia will definitely sort of jerk awake and look around confusedly and try to locate, what the noise she heard, where it was coming from. Sort of dash off the ship and look for McMuffin. Oscar.
Gorath will grab his sword and follow.
It sounds a little bit like Oscar, actually. Cool. So, McMuffin, you're backing away I imagine, like you're on the other side of the fire.
He's backing away.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. He has a way. Yeah.
Cool. So you're backing away. You've got the fire in between you and the forest, and it's helpful and yet not helpful because this thing's head sticks through and it is like illuminated by the fire, like a flashlight under it. So it makes it even fucking creepier, and it cranks another yell right in your face. It's half screech.
Does his breath smell?
Oh yeah, you can actually smell his breath from this, and it's like it because the fire's in between you. He, like, if you were close, it would be spitting on you.
What is?
It looks like a cockatoo.
It is not a rockatoo. What
Damn
did you
it.
ask?
Okay.
What did you ask, McMuffin?
What does it look like, though? What is it? Is it sort of
I
metal, or is it?
I posted a link, a picture in the thing for you.
Oh my God! It's an owl bear. Somebody find the song quick.
I'm looking for it.
Good.
There's a song.
It's just like there's a song for owlbear.
Yeah, I don't know.
Regardless, McMuffin is just in shock, and he sort of looks around, and he's trying to remember. Can I roll nature to know how?
To know what? You cut out.
Brine?
You cut out. I couldn't hear you. Can you roll nature to do what?
To see if he knows how to respond to an
owlbear. Sure, roll it. Nature would probably be. Oh, that sucked. That should have been a YouTube thing. Oh well. Nature would be.
I'm having trouble finding the Owlbear song. Where the fuck? It's not the ones that's all over YouTube.
Hold on, I'm also fixing this. Nature is survival, which is con.
There. Wait.
makes sense.
No, not the owl bear girl. Damn it. Gorath, do you know what the search terms are?
It would probably be wisdom though. If you like. Sorry, you guys go ahead.
No, sorry, you go.
McMuffin. So you're like rolling nature. I'm not exactly sure, but con doesn't really make sense in this. I would think like wisdom would be better because you're trying to like. I'm guessing you're not like, what do I know about owlbears? You're like, how can I fucking fix this or get away from this thing? So more of a perception roll.
That's true.
Yeah. So let's do wisdom. Uh-oh.
Well,
you know it's big and loud, and you're glad to have the fire in between you. So and maybe it's now trying to like it's walking around the fire. And,
McMuffin's going to circle the fire.
yeah, that's what I was
sort of following.
Yep.
Hey,
here, piggy.
How you?
Cool. And it lets out a huge screech again. What are you guys doing, Garth and Yulia? You're probably
Definitely not
right there.
Furiously Googling for this one song. Oh, I think I found it. Hold on.
Hooray.
We're totally paying attention. Here we go. Yes.
There it is.
Did you find it, or do I need to post
No,
it?
I heard it 2 years.
Okay, I'm posting it now. Everybody gird your loins for the most amazing song you've ever heard.
Wow. Loin girding.
Girding, please hold.
Hey there,
Yes, Oscar, we hear you.
owl bear, come inside and be my friend. We'll quest together and reach the world's end. Hey there, owl bear, owl bear.
I'm hoping this has a terrible
Owl
ending.
bear, and if I little owl bear,
I haven't heard it in a long time. I don't think it does. It's just a weirdly adorable song about a horrifying monster.
Yeah, that's way too friendly. Like, I was hoping, like, yeah, come on inside. And, oh, thanks for eating me. I hope I was delicious.
The entire song just ends with a chorus of screaming.
I know what I'm going to do.
Okay, McMuffin, what did you say you were doing with the owl bear?
McMuffin has a plan.
Okay.
He's going to try, because he's played this song, he thought of an ingenious plan. It's like, what if I just try to calm it down. So he's going to start, like, maybe singing. Can I rattle persuasion for charisma?
For sure, yeah. Yeah, maybe the owlbear song is like, it's an old ditty from, so you're, hey there, owlbear, come inside, be my friend.
2d6, 7.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't fail.
It's
a partial success.
It's a partial success, yeah. So it's like, you can tell it's kind of like what they tell you to do with coyotes is to act crazy for some reason. I don't know why. So it's having that effect on him. So he's not charging you, but he's still circling the fire. And he has that facial look like, what is going on here? To that extent, but he's not, he is definitely still circling the fire.
Can, like, Birdie talk to him?
I don't know if Birdie speaks owlbear.
No. But wouldn't all animals speak another similar language?
Racist. Just because it has owl in the name doesn't mean all birds can understand each other.
Mm-hmm.
McMuffin. God.
Plus, owlbear, very perceptive, not really smart. Cool. So, Yulia, what are you and Gorath doing?
Good question.
You're not very far from this, so you would see the fire, and you would see McMuffin doing a dance around the fire with an owlbear.
I'm going to go ahead and roll a 2d6 plus my intelligence to see what I know reading from books about owlbears.
Okay,
6
yes.
Plus 3. Oh my god. 7. All right.
Lots of sevens today.
Lots of sevens.
You know owlbears are very perceptive, not very smart, and will just tear the shit out of you. And they are, this is not good. And it's big.
I guess,
it's
I guess I was
it's bear-sized.
I guess I specifically was wondering if it had anything that it was generally afraid of, or if it's just a giant creature that you just kind of have to deal with.
Hilariously, the owlbear, not a lot of stuff with the owlbear. It being parts of two things that are basically just natural killers. It's probably not a good thing, really. But it has no. You would know that doesn't really have any. I mean, the fire is definitely one, right? But that's a natural thing. It doesn't have any known things it's afraid of, or I can't think of the word right now. I'm having a brain fart.
That's fine.
But you don't know anything except don't ever see one. Don't be by one. That's the takeaway from the book you read.
I imagine that Yulia is going to try and grab one of the branches or the sticks from the fire and sort of use it to wave out in front of her and ask Gorath. Gorath, you're the one with the big sword. I think maybe you would be the one to take care of this more than either of us.
But wait, so you're gonna run to the fire and do the bee circle dancing with McMuffin?
I mean, obviously, when you have a giant creature around a fire, you want to stay on the other side of the fire from the giant creature. But yes, Yulia will take her chances.
Okay, so you are now you're getting closer to the owlbear. Gorath, what are you doing?
Gorath is probably laughing at the hilarity of the situation with McMuffin singing at an angry owlbear and dancing around a fire, and Yuli apparently joining in, and all the while the owlbear is just like, Wah!
Yeah. Yulia, are you singing harmony maybe with McMuffin?
Yulia is not singing. Yulia is saying, McMuffin, what the hell are you doing? What is going on right now?
Gorath, how
McMuffin sort of just not. He's not looking at Yulia. Sing along.
Gorath, how far are you? Are you going into the fire dance?
I'm like walking forward, like with my sword out, and like kind of like in it, like your hand, when your hands are up, and you're just like, what the fuck is happening?
Okay, so in this case, Gorath is the sensible one. I like
The world has turned upside down.
Is there any chance Gorath might say to Yulia, "You have a gun"?
Have you tried shooting a bear before? Just out of character. It's not a tiny little
Thankfully,
pistol.
I have never shot a bear.
That's my thought, is that you have this tiny little pistol, and pistol versus bear doesn't usually work out so well. It usually just makes them angry. So
I'll probably just be like,
Is that some weird way of trying to kill that?
Gorath is like, are they doing like a death dance? That's kind of cool.
Is this magic?
looking at Butterfly.
Gorath, just hit the thing with your sword. That's the whole point of having a sword.
All right.
Yes, please.
Oi, owlbear. Bird looking thing that looks kind of stupid.
And it screeches like it could understand stupid, or it might just have been a coincidence.
That's right. It's right back at you, whatever you just said. And, yeah, come on, let's fight. I'm ready.
Fantastic. So, what are you guys doing?
I'm like trying to like goad it into coming after me so that my companions could maybe get out from behind a fire.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
In my
personally,
mind,
I imagine.
Go ahead.
Personally, I imagine Yulia and McMuffin are arguing with each other over, like, hey, you should stop singing and dancing and get the hell out of here, versus, hey, you should start singing and dancing and help me out here. Like, it's just this argument over who's doing the stupid thing.
Yeah, and the whole while you guys are like huddled up now, like holding each other, because you're trying to keep pace with this thing that is pacing you around a fire. And Gorath's walking up to the fire, so you're probably like, and now it sees you, and I would say you guys now are in like a triangle. So Gorath, you're like a straight beeline, not over the fire. So he probably would probably chase you and lurch at you.
Yeah.
So it's running right towards you. What do you do?
I like take a batter's stance.
Yeah.
And as like once it gets within range, it's straight up Louisville Slugger, but with a sword.
Totally.
Nice.
Let's roll it. Roll me some strength.
That's 2d6 plus 3. Yes.
Come on, Gorath.
8.
8.
Uh-oh. Cool. So, yeah, roll me some damage.
It's a d6 plus 2 plus 3. Yep. Plus 2 plus 3. There it goes.
Yeah,
Nice.
cool. All right. Right on. Cool. So, yeah, you get it. You catch it, like, right under the arm, and it screams in pain, and it kind of spins around, and it just gets you with its other arm, with its claw. And just, like, it hits you right, like, right on the chest, like, and just kind of scratches the shit out of you for 5 damage. I would say, McMuffin, you're up. What are you doing?
Muffin, can he hide?
Yeah, sure, you can try to hide.
Action?
I mean,
Or you would call it, yeah.
you could run into the forest if you want. You want to hide behind a tree or something?
Muffin's going to hide behind a tree,
Cool.
and he's going to try to make a sneak attack. I'm not sure how sneak attacks work in this game. I don't think we've ever talked about that.
I mean, Are you a thief?
No, he just wants to be clever.
That's cool. So you want to hide behind, like, you're gonna like step back from the fire into the forest a little bit, like maybe hide behind a tree and maybe do a slingshot from there?
Yep.
Okay, that's fine.
Do I add anything on that, or just it just is what it is?
Oh, no, that's 2d6 dex. Just a normal, that's your normal missile. 10, boom. You're always good with that sling.
He really is good at.
Cool. So, give me some damage.
1d6, right?
Yeah. Cool. 5. That'll work. Cool. So you hit it in the back of the head, and it whips around and screeches at you, but you're too far to do anything about it. But it kind of, now it doesn't know what to do. So it's kind of, in my mind, Yulia's to the right of the fire. It's in front of the fire. Gorath's further in front of it, and you're behind the fire in the forest. So you basically just whipped this over the thing. So it's kind of screaming in your direction, but mostly at the fire. And then it kind of turns to Yulia and screeches at you as well. And it's a fucking terrifying, almost banshee-like screech. That thing would be loud and nasty. Imagine an owl and a bear combined. Oh.
Yep.
Oh, that would be loud.
I imagine Yulia was planning on like pulling out her Katars and making an attack, but then it turns at her and she just loses all willpower to go along that route and just fucking books it to the trees with McMuffin.
Very
Nope.
Guys,
You got this, Gorath. We believe in you.
Come on! Wait, then he realized that Yulia is running over to me and said, wait, don't come over here.
Don't lead him to me.
I would say you could get off a ranged attack, though, from there, if you wanted to.
I'll definitely go with a ranged attack. So that would be, what do we want to do? 2d6 plus dex, or?
Yeah, dex. I got to look up the damage for that. Wasn't it like, it was pretty good.
It was pretty decent. All right, I rolled a 10.
Hold on, a 10 is good. Okay, cool. 1 sec.
Yeah, 10 is good to hit. We'll see what my actual damage is, because I rolled so well last session.
Yeah, but when you bought the gun, I was like, "That's actually a good idea. I would buy a gun in this thing." The gun was, where is it? Weapon? Wasn't it? No, it was a bow. Cool. 2d6 plus 1. Or sorry,
2d6
just
plus 1?
No, just d6 plus
D6?
1. My bad. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just too used to saying 2d6.
Yeah. All right, 1d6 plus 1. Come on, roll.
Yeah.
5. Yeah.
Cool.
How much damage did McMuffin do? 5 also?
Yeah.
I think so. Yes, 5. Okay.
That thing is pissed, and like you shoot the thing, and it's a little freaky. Like it's the first time you've really shot the gun, and like so it goes off. It hits him, and actually it splatters some blood onto Gorath. That's how close he is to this thing. Still, luckily you didn't shoot through the damn thing, and you're a little freaked out. But you're like, damn.
Yep.
Because that's only the second time you've shot a gun, right?
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Gorath has a little bit of owlbear blood on him.
Delicious.
Yeah. Yeah, as a free action, you're welcome to take some of it and taste it if you want. Right?
Oh God! Yes.
Oh God.
I gotta know if we're eating this later.
I mean, I would just assume that's what you would do, honestly. But it is also
You
your turn,
assumed correctly.
Yeah. It is also your move.
I will take an overhead downward swing at Mr. or Mrs. Owlbear.
Yeah. Let's find out. Mister,
Nice.
which you're lucky. That is good. Okay, cool.
Nice.
Roll me some damage for sure. Yeah, you guys are kicking this thing's ass, man. And now it's pissed and screeching. And it doesn't know what to do. And so it really, it's like, it's looking back to the forest at you guys, because that gunshot came from there, and it's kind of spun around, and it's like spinning back and forth and spinning around a little bit. And
We're just leading it in a circle.
Yeah, but you guys are rolling so well that like it doesn't know, like it's not going to get a shot off here. And you just, you guys are just kicking its ass. It's thinking about running, but it is your turn, McMuffin.
Muffin, he just kind of saw Yulia use her gun, and he's like, "Wait a minute! I remember I had something. He bought a musket a long time ago."
You did? When was this?
I don't
You
remember.
don't remember when he bought?
I guess.
You do remember? Or you don't?
I don't.
I don't
I
remember
remember
when you
you
bought
buying a
Musket.
mop handle.
Yes, that's what I remember also.
That was before. But remember in the town of what's it called? Not his flip, but the town
The
before
first
that.
one. I don't remember.
The first one. Give me a minute. There's someone on my door.
Okay, go for it. I don't
All right.
remember that, and I
How
don't know.
about
How would you have enough money for a musket? Because that's a big gun, right?
I'd have to check the actual list. I don't know. Did they even list musket?
Yeah, it's 50
Okay.
silver.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember that, but if you had one, I'm okay with it. McMuffin just
We'll just retcon that in.
yeah, but I mean, yeah, maybe we won't.
this has been in my since let me check. I think since game 6.
Okay,
Around
so-
game 6, game 7.
You had money then, okay? I'm okay with that. Do it. Why have you been using a
perfect.
sling this whole time if you had a musket?
Because for plot reasons, it just didn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense to pull out a full musket while on an airship or in a dark cave where you can't see anything. So, just logically, I just didn't think it made sense for his character.
Okay.
Anyhow, yeah, I'm gonna roll.
Roll me some decks. Actually, it's not that much better than a regular one, is it? Cool. Yeah, you shoot it. Roll me some damage. D6 plus 2.
Three.
And a set. Roll'em is doing the double.
Huh?
I'll give you the higher of the two. How about that?
Oh,
Add my dex on top of it, or no?
No.
it did. It just rolled twice for some reason. I don't
Yeah,
know
whatever.
why.
No, the damage of that musket is a 1d6 plus 2. So it's one better than the pistol. Which I guess is kind of it makes sense. Maybe the musket's
The pistol-
further.
The pistol is 1d6 plus 1?
Yeah. So it's
Okay.
your pistol is almost exactly as good as the musket. Just one off. Sorry. Got it. Tink tink. Cool. Cool. That wrecks it. I'm gonna roll. Break. Oh yeah. It's booking the fuck out of here. and it makes a beeline for the trees away from you guys. Because it was taking way too much damage. And it was, it might still die tonight for all we know.
Gorath is
Imagine
chasing it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I imagine Yulia's happy to let it go, but I don't know if Gorath is okay with that. So Gorath's going after it?
Yeah, do it. Let's
Coward bear.
roll a d6, Gorath. Oh yeah, you're right with it. He rolled a 4 as well. So cool. Make your attack. Boom.
12.
Wow.
Some damage.
Damn.
Woo.
All right, what's the 2? There we go.
Whoa.
7.
Oh, it's so close. So it is barely hanging on. It I'm assuming like you slam this thing in the back and catch it in the shoulder, and it falls to the ground and kind of rolls over and does its last like death scream. But that's pretty much like it doesn't. You rolled so well, it doesn't have. That's all it could do. So you could finish it if you want.
Yeah, let's do the coup de grace.
Do it.
The Mortal Kombat fatality.
Oh, be gentle, Gorath.
And I miss while it's on the ground.
No, you got
Oh,
it. Seven's a
Okay.
success, but just barely. And as you hit it and kill it, it also scratches you for. It only got 1 damage, which is fine.
Ironic.
Oh, God.
It is, yeah,
Ow.
you can describe anything you want on how you kill this thing.
Just like I knock it over with one swing, and as it hits the ground, I just, like straight up and then down on its neck, like with the sword straight up and down. So right into its thorax. I guess thorax.
Sure. Okay. Cool. Yeah, that thing was nasty, man. You guys really were wailing on it. Nice rolling. You didn't, because you guys were rolling well enough where it really couldn't attack you on your misses. That's cool.
I'm good with that.
Cool.
Same.
So, yeah.
I'm sure it won't last.
I imagine now Gorath has a bunch of owlbear blood all over him after that last one. It's probably one of those spurters,
Yep. And he's now in the process of dragging it back towards the campfire.
Totally.
So
Well, I guess what we know what we're eating tonight over the campfire.
Delicious.
gonna have burgers.
Yeah. Owlbear burgers are probably delicious, I would think.
A little gamey.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, gamey.
Definitely.
Yeah, I don't know if, like, it has claws, if Gorath keeps claws, or if there's a nice pelt that you could tan.
Oh yeah, I'm
something.
gonna try and try and take its pelt and the claws, and I'll fashion a mask out of its beak.
Cool. Well, so you're just going to get parts and start putting them together, or maybe giving them to Yulia to sew in or add to the thing she's making you. That'd be pretty fun.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
That's
All right,
rad.
so pelt, claws. Anything else? Beak?
Beak. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
So that's going to take you some time. So you guys aren't going to get a lot of sleep tonight.
Well, I'll probably just do the prep work for getting it ready for when, we're not. Because I don't know if I would want to dress it while we're out in the wild.
Right. Totally. Cool.
I would hope that Gorath has the survival sense at the very least for that.
Right on. Yeah. Cool. And it's, it's probably, you still have a decent amount of time at night where you guys could maybe just kick it by the fire now, since you're already, and Santo slept right through this thing. Yeah, he totally slept through this. He was like, nah, those crazy kids. And because he was drunk. I rolled. He didn't hear the owlbear, so you guys didn't get him. It's cool. He's all good. He's still sleeping on the boat.
Our NPC didn't die. That's a success.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, so the storm is probably passing over. You guys are, sitting by the fire up under the thing. So those that want to sleep can sleep. Those that want to rip apart a owlbear can rip apart an owlbear. You guys could definitely eat, maybe, and maybe you're just going to stay here for the night. I mean, obviously you are, so you could sleep in, that sort of thing. I imagine owlbear burgers are delicious in the morning as well.
Oh,
Probably, yeah, probably a good idea to just stay the night at this point. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, cool. And since we're kind of at time and like we've all had a tough week, do we want to just call it here?
Cool with that.
I think this is
Sure.
a neat place. Yeah, a nice
Yeah.
ending for a session.
Yeah, you guys kicked
I
the
would
shit
agree.
out of that owlbear. I thought that was going to go for longer. I was like, okay, but like, yeah, because I don't. Yeah, it's just a good breaking point because like otherwise we would be going way over.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
You just never know how the dice are going to roll.
It's almost
doubt.
like we used the tank as a tank and the ranged characters as ranged characters.
I know that's exactly what
Weird.
I was thinking. I was like,
So strange.
when McMuffin was like, "I'm gonna hide," I was like, "That's the first time you guys have done something sensible." Hilarious.
I mean,
Oh,
Yulia
yeah, I forgot
didn't
to
even have any.
damage.
Yeah, she didn't even have any ranged weapons at the beginning, so it was kind of hard to do that before. But now that she has a pistol, it's like, okay,
I thought the musket
Gonna have
was
to-
going to be way more powerful, but it's not. I mean, it's a little.
seriously didn't even remember that he had a musket at all.
Only
reason-
Like, I don't remember.
My inventory, and my inventory rarely changes unless I go to a new town. In Luba, I bought a musket.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay,
I
yeah,
trust it.
no, that's fine.
I was just like, when we started, you guys had 0 cash, so that wasn't happening. But no, after you guys had that windfall of you had a
Yeah,
witch
after
bounty,
we went to the tower,
that's cool.
yeah, that was. Yep.
I trust you. I don't.
All right.
I mean, it's fine. That makes a lot more sense for your character actually. So I'm like, are you just going to keep doing the sling thing? Although you're hilariously good with the sling.
Seriously, you've been doing weirdly well with the sling this whole time.
He like goes to grab his sling and a fucking gun falls out of his pack. He's like,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's exactly what happened. He was about to say, yeah, again. Huh?
Oh, God.
Then he sees the
thing
musket.
been?
Like, oh yeah, I should have used
Yeah.
that earlier.
It's especially funny because like it'd be slightly funny if a pistol fell out because like, but a musket is big.
yep.
Right.